I wanted to shoot a little video about these SIRE basses that I received a few months ago. I contacted SIRE last year, and my only request was I just wanted to know if they could do a custom color for me on a regular SIRE V7 bass. I had heard a number of people playing, and they asked me what I wanted, and about a year later, these two basses showed up for me. So we have a regular V7 here, which is the standard model, the original, and then this is the new vintage V7. So I'm going to talk about this a little bit because the other one's been around, and other people have commented. I see other videos on that. So it's a great bass. It's awesome, and certainly you've heard what that can do. I was very impressed with it when I first heard it, and that's why I wanted one. This bass here is their newest incarnation of that, and think of it as a kind of a tweaked, a refined version of it. They've changed a few things on it. The neck is a little bit thinner. It's a little bit more like the basses I play. I play a lot of vintage jazz basses, and my main bass is a 69 Jazz, and this bass was instantly comfortable when I went to it. It feels almost exactly the same, really. It's amazing. It feels better than my other jazz basses do, which I have trouble going back and forth to some of the times. The neck is super thin. It's got that tuxedo jazz bass look from the early 70s. Nice and thin. Action super low, almost too low for me, which is a nice thing. That's a good thing. You can always jack it up. It's always hard to get that action down on the basses. As far as they moved the pickups a little bit, so there is a difference there. If you know about old jazz basses in the 60s, pre-CBS, the rear pickup here was about 3/8 of an inch towards the neck, which is a bit of a warmer sound on those old vintage basses. And then post-CBS, they moved this back, and especially the early 70s, that more aggressive sound. It's about 3/8 closer to the bridge, and it gives you a little bit more cutting, a little brighter sound. And that's more what I play, is more that style, that early 70s. I always loved that early 70s feel and sound. They also, I think, tweak the electronics a little bit and kind of customize those a little bit on that. So this is the ash body, maple neck, beautiful paint job on here, burgundy mist metallic that they did for me, and absolutely gorgeous. I can't say enough about these basses, and Mickey Cho and Kyle Kim, the CEO, and the rep from SIRE Basses sent these to me, and just absolutely couldn't be happier with them. I've been playing them at Berkeley College and on several gigs, and really unbelievably impressed with these basses. So I thought I'd just talk about it a little bit as far as like maybe the sound, all the controls here. I'm kind of a purist when it comes to how I set my basses up. I don't like a lot of controls. I like very simple, just the two knobs, two volumes, and the tone control. And what I do is I just turn it up all the way. So whenever I record or play, I turn the bass up all the way, and that's my sound. Slap sound, fingerstyle sound, it's all the same for me. So for me, it's a little bit overkill, all the electronics. I don't quite understand what everything does. I just have it flat for this recording. What you heard up front there is just totally flat. That's just right in the middle, deadpan. It's a great sound, comfortable sound for me. And of course, for you guys and girls who like to mess with the tones and all that, you got all the control you could possibly want with this bass. It's unbelievable, all the parameters. And you have the selection here for passive, so you can go passive on it or active. I prefer active. I always run active. It's got two 9-volt batteries, so I guess running at 18 volts here. Very punchy, a lot of boost, and so I think you can get pretty much any sound you want out of this instrument. And that's it. I wanted to keep it simple on there, and you know, I'll demonstrate for you the fingerstyle sound here, and so you can hear a little bit of what it sounds like with the same settings as the thing. Let me set up my computer here. So that right there is the exact same sound I was using with the slap sound and my finger sound, you know, just a real nice cutting sound, real great sound. I probably need to raise the E string a little bit. It's a little growly, but this is exactly the way I got the bass out of the box. I haven't changed anything on the bass. I haven't touched the action. I haven't done anything except tune it. As a matter of fact, the strings are the ones that came. I've had this probably a month and a half now, and I wanted to give it some time to settle in before I, you know, did a video on how to play. I really wanted to check out the sounds and hear it in a variety of situations. The strings are completely dead right now, and they still sound great. I mean, the bass still sounds pretty awesome. I prefer strings that are a little bit dead. I don't like brand new bright strings, so I wanted to wear the bass in a little bit, get used to the feel and get used to the sound of it a little bit. It's awesome. This isn't a beginner instrument. This isn't a entry-level instrument. For the price, the quality of the instrument, it really is unbelievable. I don't know how they do it. You should definitely add something like this if you're looking for another bass or a good jazz bass, and in that style, that sound, that classic 4-string sound. You can't go wrong with this. This thing is awesome, and it's certainly worth probably 4 times the price. I'm not an endorser. You know, SIRE gave me these basses. I didn't ask for these basses. I was perfectly willing and wanted to pay for them. So I want you to understand that when you're checking these out. So I can't say enough great things about them. I really am. You know, very impressed. You know, compared quality-wise to my vintage basses, I mean, these things are awesome. This is. I wish I had started on something like this of this quality for sure. So. Even pro players now using them, so you can get the same thing right out of the box, flat. You know, for that price, you can't go wrong, really. So definitely check them out. Again, thank you to SIRE Guitars and you know, Mickey Cho and all the guys, and really appreciate it. Marcus Miller doing a great job to get affordable instruments in the hands of young players and professional players alike. So hope you check them out. Thanks.